Hey friends, my name is Jaini. I am from the Ahmedabad University and today I am going to talk about fair-mindedness, means a fair-minded person. Fair-mindedness entails a consciousness of the need to treat all the viewpoints alike without references to one's own feelings or selfish interest or emotions or the feelings or selfish interest of one's friends, company, nation, community or any type of. Being a fair-minded person means also being an open-minded person. Open-mindedness means listen to others and then to share our ideas and viewpoints with each other. Open-mindedness is an attribute and it is very important for a community to develop in a better. Now, I would like to talk about what do it mean by a fair-minded person. Fair-minded person means a person who is having a clear and a sensible thinking. This type of person would see the issue from both the sides before forming an opinion. For example, a judge. For a fair-minded person, truth is more important than their egos or the views he or she currently holds. For being a fair-minded person, there are some of the benefits too. They are as follows. First, such a person is more likely to acquire genuine knowledge over the course of its life. Second, the person would have fewer false assumptions that drive thinking because they are willing to put all to test and examine them with all the reasons. Third, such a person would have more and more friends and relatives because they would tend to listen more and be a good listener and would have fewer and fewer biases and would gain more. Here, we can take an example of politicians, what they think. Politicians manipulate people through smooth talks and they promise what they do have no intentions to do, but they do this to maintain their positions and reputation in the country. They are known as skilled thinkers as their thinking enables them what they want, but the best thinkers are those who does not pursue the selfish goals. They do not seek to manipulate others. They will do the promise if they will complete it. To be a fair-minded, some traits are to be developed like intellectual humility, intellectual integrity, intellectual empathy, intellectual courage, intellectual autonomy, and intellectual reasons. Fair-mindedness does not come automatically in a person to be a fair-minded. A person has to practice to be a fair-minded. The person will have to catch itself in acts of selfishness and will have to try to correct its behavior. And also the person would have to like a rational and a compensate and contribute it towards others. Few seconds ago, I talked about the traits of fair-mindedness. Now, I would like to talk them in detail. First, rational. Fair-minded person would have a clear and a sensible thinking. They would make decisions based on the hard evidences and reasons rather than being an emotions. They would know the whole story or rather than just knowing some of the facts. Second, objective. Fair-minded people would make impartial judgment free from personal biases. They would disclose all the biases before offering any opinion. Third, open-mindedness. Fair-minded people are non-discriminating and tolerant and accepting the views of others. Fair-minded people are true to their own beliefs without forcing them to the others. Fourth, intellectual reasonable. Fair-minded people would challenge others by setting high and realistic expectations. They ask the others only what they are willing to do for themselves. Fifth, even-handed. Even-handed means equality. Fair-minded person gives an equal opportunity to every person without being devoid of favoritism. Sixth, sound judgment. Fair-minded people give rewards on the facts based on the value of they provide rather than on the basis of subjective assessment. Seventh, rule-abiding. Here the people will follow the spirit as well as the letter of law. They will do what's right and rather than what's political expedient. They will never twist the rules for their personal gain. Eighth, contributor. Fair-minded people would make a concerned effort to make themselves own in the weight rather than living off the hard works to others. They will get into game rather than criticizing from the sidelines. Ninth, deserving. Fair-minded persons do not request for a special favor or accept unturned rewards, but they will wait for their turn and rather than pushing their way in front of others. 10th, sound leadership. Sound leadership means a fair-minded person gets respect from their colleagues for their expertise, personal integrity, and the ability to foster their trust rather than demanding it. So we come to last, selfless. Selfless means a fair-minded person would always be selfless. He would make us empathetic, willing to walk in another person's shoes before making any judgment. This means if further the people would climb the ladder of success, they lift up others and are happy for their success. Now, I would like to show some of the quotes which are meant for fair-minded person. They are: there is an example where there is Nancy, Sam and friend, in which Nancy is naive, Sam is selfish and friend is fair-minded. In which Nancy do what others says, she doesn't think anything for herself, but she is totally dependent on others, whereas Sam does what he thinks about himself and he figure out the things. He says that according to him, the things which he want to believe, he will believe in that only. And he also claims that he will tell the things to others like what they want to hear, because according to him, it is better to say what the things other wants to hear for themselves. Due to this, it would decrease the trouble for himself. Friend, which is a fair-minded person, she would have a clear and a sensible thinking. She would be fair with everyone and she would make facts and figures with which she would come to a rational conclusion. From the above topic, we can conclude that to become a fair-minded person, one should be self-centered behavior, self-deception, make a note of everything which includes facts and figures, also consider multiple viewpoints according to the facts and figures, and then to come to a rational conclusion. Fair-mindedness does not mean taking the side of others but to give rational conclusions on the behalf of knowing all the facts and figures. For this I can give an example like there were three friends, Sam, Samir and Simi, out of which Sam and Samir fought on some issue and Sam killed Samir. And the case was taken to the court. Sam was not feeling guilty at that time because he was so selfish. But Simi knew that Sam had killed Samir, so she gave some of the proofs to the judge. The judge not only listened to Simi, but she gave the chance to Sam to say something about it on that issue. There was a discussion in the court among them, and after knowing that all the proofs were against Sam, the judge came under conclusion that calculating all the figures from both the sides, that Sam was guilty and he was given a lifetime prison. From the above example, we can easily conclude that fair-mindedness means being selfless, being impartial towards any of the nation, community or religion, and knowing all the facts, opinions, options, behavior, deficiency, and then giving a rational conclusion.